Ed Hall, adjudged not to have crossed the line by the referee, and that has cost him valuable seconds. Meanwhile, it's Tom Shaw who gets over the finish line first. Terrific display, Ed Hall, not a happy man.
Leg drive.
Yeah. Really impressive stuff, and appears as though there's more to come from the Irish champion. You see that drive from the legs. The arms are locked out, the legs are still, and it's a good lift for Pat O'Dwyer.
Down.
And then engaging in conversation with the crowd and holding it for an inordinate amount of time. Ed Hall with some showmanship, 190 kilograms, a successful lift. Ed Hall is the winner of the Monster Strong Axle Press.
The last event, the Monster Strong Axle Press, is down, which can mean only one thing: the next event is up.
Our next event is the Strongman Scrum. Now, who better to explain it than four-time world's strongest man and rugby aficionado, Iceland's own Magnus Magnuson.
And it's your national sport, right?
Basically, this is a head-to-head event. Guys push each other. If you get 1 meter, you get a win, or there's a time limit of 60 seconds.
Boom! Strongman Scrum.
So the stage set for the Strongman Scrum. Johnny Kelly, 2nd overall, Lewis Mitchell, 8th overall coming into this event. It's taken quite a while to resolve this one because we've already had a round-robin preliminary stage where all of the athletes went up against one another. And now these two men, lighter in body weight, these are battling it out for 7th and 8th place in this particular event. So Johnny Kelly could well be sliding down the leaderboard. He's currently 2nd overall, equal 2nd overall. And now mustering an effort, getting low, driving with the legs. You see that red triangle in the middle of the Strongman Scrum frame. That is what has to breach the yellow line of the opponent. So he's just got it beyond the center line. He has an advantage. We have a minute time limit. If this remains, then it would be a victory for Johnny Kelly. Lewis Mitchell just holding firm, not really gaining any ground, but crucially, he's not conceding any either. Minute clock about to expire. And by the narrowest of margins, Magnus Magnuson declares Johnny Kelly the winner. 7th place in this event for the Irishman. So locking horns for 5th and 6th place in this particular event are the athletes in 5th and 6th position overall. And you see the effort being exerted at the opening stages, the frame coming off the ground. Mark Hunter driving forwards, being met with equal resistance by Pat O'Dwyer. It's Hunter who has the advantage at the moment, seen trying to lock out and hold his ground, but he's being met with firm resistance and opposition by Pat O'Dwyer, pulling the frame backwards, but that red triangle still remains over the centre line. Now it's back to the centre line. It's Hunter being driven backwards. The advantage lying with Pat O'Dwyer, driving those shoulders and those clavicles into the thick padding, trying to resist the force being applied by these powerful athletes. 15 seconds remaining towards the minute time limit, and look at the advantage, how Pat O'Dwyer has turned this around. Again, the frame comes off the tarmac inside the closing seconds. Who can summon one supreme effort? And it's Hunter! Millimeters in question, and immediately Magnus Magnuson gives victory to Mark Hunter.
Give him a round of applause, Pat and Mark.
So we're down to the final 4. This, a semi-final. The winner of this will go through to the final of this event. 1st place overall, Eddie Hall on the left. The young emerging star, Adam Bishop on the right. But look at the start that is being made by the reigning defending UK Strongest Man champion, Ed Hall, using that low centre of gravity and that considerable bulk to just shift this frame inch by inch towards the defence line of Adam Bishop, and he's done it. Victory well inside the allocated minute for Ed Hall. He's through to the final.
Tom, what's going on here?
Just
having your
using
legs
common sense for once.
So, because last year you really seriously injured your foot.
Yeah, it took 8 months to heal because of all the stress to the ligaments and tendons. And because the Strongman Scrum's been moved from the final day to this today, I just want to give myself the best possible chance of not getting injured, basically.
Because this is something people must forget, I guess, is that you guys can put on all the mass and size and strength and muscle that you want, but your joints are still the same size ultimately, aren't they?
Yeah, and ligaments and tendons take longer to get stronger, basically. So they strengthen at a different rate. So, yeah, and you know, once you've got a weakness, especially in an ankle, it's a weakness forever. So I'm just being a bit cautious, really. Nothing to worry about, hopefully.
Sensible, very sensible.
For once.
Great work. It's always best to be prudent in this situation, I imagine.
Into the second semi-final of this Strongman Scrum. 2 rugby players, Tom Shaw on the left, second place overall, against the former professional and Welsh international Nathan Llewellyn. Brute strength from the 6'5" Tom Shaw against the technique and experience in the sport of rugby of Nathan Llewellyn, but it's Shaw, his greater bulk, his greater mass, that has the edge at the moment. Llewellyn is digging in, he's fighting hard, but he's being forced backwards, and the red triangle breaches his defence line. Tom Shaw is through to the final. So the 2 losing semi-finalists meeting in the 3rd, 4th playoff of the Strongman Scrum. Adam Bishop, 4th place overall, going against Nathan Llewellyn. And immediately it's Bishop getting greater traction on the tarmac. But now the frame has twisted considerably. Magnus Ver Magnusson immediately blew the whistle to halt the proceedings. So the officials now will take the time to try and figure out at what position the frame was in. You see here Glenn Ross saying the point was there, that's where it's adjudged to have been reset. Llewellyn with a considerable advantage. 6 seconds have elapsed on the clock. So time back in, and you hear the call of engage, just like in the sport of rugby union. Bishop fighting hard, Llewellyn struggling to get traction on that tarmac. The former professional rugby player bringing all of his experience to bear, using every ounce of his body weight. And you see Bishop trying to lock out, but it's Llewellyn who's winning the battle, almost over that final baseline, and indeed he's done it. He has breached the defences of Adam Bishop. 3rd place for Nathan Llewellyn. So what a matchup we have in the final of the Strongman Scrum, because it pits the man who is 1st place overall, Ed Hall, against the man who is in 2nd place overall equal, and that is Tom Shaw. Ed Hall providing the entertainment for the crowd, almost saunters towards the Strongman Scrum frame. 2 massive men. Tom Shaw, 6'5", plenty of bulk and mass and power and strength, and its irresistible force meets a movable object, because neither man really getting an upper hand in the Strongman Scrum so far. Ed Hall now, just perhaps having a slight advantage. His bull rushes just edging that red triangle beyond the centre line. There really isn't much in it. Tom Shaw with his bulk. And now a conversation ensues. Yeah, there you heard it. Ed Hall encouraging Tom Shaw to give it up, and they settle for their respective places and save themselves for later on in the competition.
So guys, you just come away from that last event, the Strongman Scrum. What was going on there? It's a bit of a funny event, right?
Yeah, it's a very funny event, to be honest, wasn't it? I think it worked better than we feared, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing for us is we don't want to snap a calf off and mess ourselves up for the finals.
We're both through, we've both got top points. There wasn't any point, Eddie was going to beat me, so there's no point in me at that stage fighting on, because it'd risk injury. So.
How are you guys feeling about the rest of the event?
Yeah, good. I'm injury free. Yeah.
If you guys, what I'm curious about is if you guys weren't in the position that you were in terms of your points and all of that, how would it be then?
We'd destroy each other, wouldn't we? Really?
Yeah.
To be fair.
You wouldn't give up, I wouldn't give up. We'd get to that.
Look out, Tokyo.
So Ed Hall and Tom Shaw calling a truce during their duel in the Strongman Scrum. 1st place for Hall, 2nd for Shaw in that grueling event, which took a really long time to resolve. How's it impacted the leaderboard? Well, Ed Hall remains in first place. Tom Shaw still in second. Adam Bishop finished in fourth place in the Strongman Scrum, but sees his overall position improved by 1. He's in third. So reigning champion Ed Hall consolidates his position at the top of the leaderboard, but things are getting hairy down toward the bottom because 2 men will be eliminated at the conclusion of this opening day. Llewellyn, Hunter and Mitchell are all hovering dangerously close to that trapdoor.